right, let's see what we what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Kids are sick. I'm home. 1:40 here. I'm about to do some feedings. I'm tired, up all night with the kids, but I want to talk about some reefs. I got a couple new corals again yesterday. I got a Superman mushroom, a Ling Sai green, purple rim Monty cap, a tricolor Valletta. It's pretty nice. Tricolor Valletta. Let's see if we can show. I got the Radiance, the new ones going. Go back to here. Jay. See if I can shrink this. It's on my couch. So what's up, guys? What are you guys up to today? Got 4 viewers. I love these Radiants, though. I mean, I know my camera doesn't do it justice, but man, let me tell you, the Radiants, I'm blown away with them. I'm absolutely. Hey, I'm talking. The Radiants are by far superb. Like the color, the everything that you get is like unbelievable. It's nothing like I imagined. I had one Gen 4 regular, and I bought 2 Pros, and man, unbelievable. I got my kid in the background talking. He's playing cars. But yeah, it's nice. Hey, come on, buddy. Everybody's just stopping by. Nobody's talking to me. I just ain't a popular person, huh? Go play in your room. You're gonna be loud, okay? No. But yeah, I enjoy the Radiants. Let me tell you, Radiants are very, very. I don't know how I can get them. Show you guys, but yeah, that Superman mushroom the Redactorous Superman is pretty fire. I like it a lot. Probably a inch and a half, almost 2 inches when it's fully out. Got it for $40. Got the tricolor Valletta for $40. Nice 2.5 inch frag, if not more. It's already encrusted. Um, and then the Lynx Eye purple rim is pretty nice. I like the purple rim uh, mining cap. It's finally got a piece yesterday. So what's up, Lisa? I don't have nobody in. Oh yeah, took off the canopy. I got Radiants, two Gen 4s and just a regular Gen 4. Um, did some super upgrades. Got a bunch of new pieces of coral. It sucks working at a fish store, let me tell you. I mean, I get great deals, but there's always something coming in, and it's like, I want it, I want it, I want it. Yeah, and I have two Reef Brights next to the middle one because it's not a Gen 4, which is not on right now. What's up? You don't want to be in the house? No. My kids are sick again, of course, so I stayed home. I usually work 6 days a week, so my boss was like, "You could take the day off." So I'm just gonna hang out here. Kids are sick. No, that's a Naso tang, purple tang, and a chevron tang. I got 22 fish. 21, I'm sorry, 21 fish. You're tired? Go find George. Yeah, I just get lurkers. I don't know. I'm not popular like Dave and Rico and all them guys. Murphy. Plus, I don't have the fancy cameras or anything. Go look in mommy's bed. But yeah, I got some nice pieces. I wish I could. I want to get a better camera so I can like show everybody. I took the canopy off just because I wanted to show off the Radiance. I got the hang kit. It just plus it was really ghetto-fied. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like just I don't know. It looked tacky, but I did it because I had metal halides and they were overpowering. They would flood my room, so I just decided to do this look. It looks a lot better. I mean, it looks good in person. So I'm down to 4 people now. Yeah, I got a few things I gotta still do. I want to paint the back wall, maybe like an accent color, then maybe reflect some of the. So I don't know, but yeah, it looks good. I like it. What's going on, producer? Yeah, the Radiance for some reason I was blown away from the regular Radiant, which is in the middle, and when I got these Pros, there is a big difference. For the extra, what is it, 640? So for the extra like 100 or a little over 150, between 150 bucks, I got the Pros for 700 from my store. So I paid 1,400 for two versus 16. So I saved 200 bucks. I mean, I couldn't beat that. But just just those two alone, I mean, just the AB plus, unbelievable. Like my tank is like I can't get over it. There's not even a word to describe what those lights do for your system. There's nothing like it. By far, I think they're probably the best on the market by far for SPS anyways. And it's just not even because of the name, it's just because of the light. I like the light, you know. Don't get me wrong, I like T5s. T5s are awesome. I like metal halides. I like, I like all of that, but I'm just thinking that the Radiants actually look they're almost just like having T5. I mean, I have no dead spots, no shadowing, no nothing. Everything is by far like awesome. K Town, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, they're just by far. And like I said, if I didn't get a deal and didn't have to, and from my boss, I probably wouldn't have gotten them. But um, it was a thing. You're working, huh? But yeah, there was. I wouldn't have gotten them if it wasn't a deal that I got. But there. Yeah, I took the canopy off. No more canopy. No nothing. I got the Ecotech bars, but yeah, it looks good. It's my obviously my camera doesn't do it justice, but I had to like hang the piece of wood up there and screw the heck out of it, make sure it didn't, I do the AB plus, and then I modified when my lights ramp up. The first modification I did was I dropped the white and the red and green to, instead of 24 all the way across, it's 16 and 8. And then it goes back up to, when it ramps up to like right about now, I want to say that they're all 24 those colors. And then when it ramps down, I drop it back down uh to the whatchamacallit, 16 and 8. And then it slowly just goes off. Goes off, I think, at 11. Let me go in here real quick and do something real quick. I don't know if anybody's bored or what's going on. Al, what's up, chimp? You got a ditch soon, Lisa? Lisa? the canopy maintenance. Yeah, I got rid of the canopy. I needed to. There's no more canopy. It's completely gone forever and ever and ever. Yeah, I picked up the hanging kit and everything. It just looks better. I can get in and out of the tank now. It's clean. I scraped. Like I said, I'm gonna do a couple upcoming videos. I got a bunch of new corals yesterday too, and I've got a few last week. Um, Yesterday I got a Ling Sai purple rim Monty. Um, I got I got a Superman mushroom, tricolor Valletta, really nice pieces, and a few other little nuggets. But I want to show it with the different gel filters and stuff. I just been really busy at work 6 days a week and just haven't had time. In my other tank, let me see. Let me hi Tina. Here, I'll show you. My other tank is doing really good. I got rid of I took all the frags that were in there, but my store was gonna throw away just the yellow tang was really malnourished. So I took them and the frag I got, it's pretty decent. I would say a little smaller than a $50. It's bigger than a frag plug, you know what I mean? It's already starting. It's got a little bit of blue or a purple around it, white polyps. It's pretty decent. I got my worldwide coral box. There's a canopy from work. Pretty nifty little setup I got going on there. Okay, shh. Yeah, I cut the top out really nice so the fan could blow. I got an AI soul on there, and I don't know. It was a thought. Looks cool. My wife doesn't care what I do. The glare isn't. It's not bad because they're straight down. It don't bother me. I mean, I guess I could put the diffusers on, but it's my wife doesn't. She don't mind, and I don't mind. Um, I only got them set at 50%. I got them probably 15, 14 inches off the water. Set at 50%, so it's not bad. But it seems like all the corals, I mean, I needed new lights anyways. I think because I haven't seen any pests or anything, but I think also besides the phosphate issue, which I really don't think that's gonna kill your corals. I mean, I guess it could, but I also think it'll turn them brown. They just won't grow. I really think, honestly, the issue I had a few months ago where it was really the lighting. I had some Chinese black boxes that were really old. I don't think they were putting out any power like they were supposed to. I stopped running the metal halides for a while. I only had the T5s on there. I got a pretty big system, so I don't think the lighting was strong enough. Um, but I think it was a conjunction of all of that, though. I think it was not enough light, the phosphates, the nitrates. I really wasn't testing or anything. So I think now with me having the metal halides on, bought new bulbs, everything started coming back. All my pieces of turquoise staghorn, all the pieces that I did frag are all encrusted. They're all doing very well. So I think it had to do with, I think it was a combination of everything, but I think a lot of it was flow and lighting. Okay, come here. I'm gonna grab. I'll get you. Really? And then I'll. No. You silly. No. You tired? No. Yeah. No. You sicky? Yeah. Come here. Come here. I'll hold you. Look, we're gonna watch. Look it. See you on camera. Oh, wait. So how is everybody else's tank doing? Everybody else's tanks are doing good, or? Yeah, he misses them. I got one taped in his room. He wouldn't let me throw it away, but uh, you like sharks? My boy. Look at everybody. You see, everybody's talking right here. Yeah, everybody's talking right there. Yeah. There's Cruz. Cruz is in the house. Yeah. Yeah. This is on the iPad. There's a little guy. I hope you're having. Where's the iPad go? The iPad? I don't know where the iPad. I put it up over there. But is it dead? No. That's on. That's on. That's on. What's up, Cruz? How you been, man? Okay, here is it dead? No. Yeah. We need to charge it. Yeah, my kids are sick, Cruz. I stayed home today and I'm right here, baby. Tell everybody, say you. What do you like? What does Daddy have in his fish tank? No. What do I have in there? What's in there? Cough. Does Daddy have corals? No. Cruz, you see my new lights? Uh-oh, Rico, are you listening? Rico's tank is coming around, huh? Yeah, his tank is he's got a nice system. No joke. I got a nice system. I'm thinking about getting one of those pumps that he just bought. Those Kenmora or whatever. Those I think Reef has one for the calcium reactor. Um, I think I'm gonna buy one. They're like $230. That's my next. It's my next thing I'm doing. Yeah, Seahorse Whisperer was talking. That lady was talking about those yesterday. The Molly Millers. I was looking those up. Yeah, I like those pumps. I looked them up. I was talking to Mario and um, I showed him a picture because I told him we went to that VIP thing, and he's like, "Oh, I know him. He's a good dude. He's a good dude." I was like, "Yeah, I drove with him to the thing and blah blah blah." And he's like, "Really? Oh, you got big potatoes now. You got big potatoes." But those Molly Millers are supposed to eat like Aptasias or something. I was looking them up, but some people have good reviews about them. Some people have bad. People say they do work. Some people say no. My nose is running. He goes, "I'm just a spud." Cough it out. Get it out. My son has a double ear infection and a cough. He went to the doctor. He's on medicine, right? Yeah. You're on medicine? Yeah, I want to get Radiance Cruise. I want to get two 72 or probably 72-inch Reef Brights for the sides of my thing, and take the two Reef Brights that I have, the two little 15-inch, and put those on my 60-gallon. I got to get with you and see if we can talk to Joy and um, what's his name? Tilio, Trelio. Maybe you could I texted her and emailed her in Facebook, but I haven't gotten any response. My boy, I love you. Yeah, I got the two 15s right here, the 15-inch Reef Brights, because that's a non-pro Gen 4. So if you could, I mean, I'm not looking to get them for free. I'm just seeing if they'll cut me a deal, give me a percent off or something, maybe. You know what I'm screaming? If I can get two of them, it'd be cool. But even one will work too. But maybe there's like a little discount or something, you know? Doesn't hurt to ask. I don't know if that'll work for you. Yeah, I kind of brought it up to him and told him. I was like, hey, I told him he knows her, and I told him that I met him and had dinner and, all that. And, all right, hold on. I don't know how to do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how to go, hold on. Go into Google Hangouts, invite. I don't know your. I know. I'm trying to figure out how to. Lisa, how would I do that though? How do I PM him that link? Okay, on Facebook. So I. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, I got you, bro. I got you. Hold on. We go to Facebook. All right. Go to cruise here. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, a lot of people I know here. Hold on. Did it work, Cruz? Bro. Stop. Don't touch that computer. Come here. Did it work? I copied it to him. I don't know, guys. Everybody's quiet now. No, put it down. Where did Cruz go? You guys hear me? Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do something here. I guess Cruz can't get in. Okay. Bye. Cruz, Tina said to go to Google Play page and hit them dots in the upper right-hand corner and click the desktop, and it will bring him in. I don't wanna. No, Dad. I don't know what happened. Somebody else open up a stream or
Guess who?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, bro.
What are you at work?
No, driving home.
Right on.
Thanks, Tina.
Yeah, I got a little cold myself.
That's bad.
My kids are sick. Yeah, you know how schools are, man. They're just germs, dude, everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, germ infested little kids. So how you been?
Doing good, man. It's working a lot, man.
That's good. Keeps you busy. Keeps you out of trouble.
Oh yeah, it's a busy store. Like, I mean, let me tell you. I mean, yeah, he wants us there every. You know, we can work 7 days a week there if we want. You know.
He does.
Yeah. So 6 days, but I would have went in today, like I told him, but he's like, no, don't worry about it. Take care of your kids. So
he's very family oriented. One of the reasons why I like going there.
yeah, he's a good guy. He takes care of his guys. You know what I mean? He wants loyal, good, dependable people to work for him. You know, he's an Italian, so you know what I mean. You know how they are.
It's all about family.
Yeah, once you're in that little circle, you're in it. You know, just don't mess up. That's all you know. Don't. But
pretty much.
Yeah, I talked to him about those lights too. I brought it up to him, you know, but he didn't really get serious, or I haven't really got serious with him to see. Because if he could bring them in, I could put them. I know he'll let me do what I normally do. But he hasn't said anything to me yet.
So you changed your light?
Yeah, I got Radiance, man. I my electric bill and just whatever, you know, and that it's just the canopy I had wasn't like nice and perfect, and it was just bothering me. So he gave me a deal that I couldn't pass up. So, you know, Radiants are pretty much tried and true. You know what I mean? They're pretty spot on. You know.
Yeah. You have the Gen 3s or Gen 4s?
Gen 4 Pros.
Sweet.
Yeah, I got two of those and one Gen 4 just regular, but I got two Reef Rights on either side of it.
Yeah, in the middle. I see.
Yeah. So that it'll the coloration though, I ain't gonna lie, it is by far like it's badass, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I mean the shimmer, everything. I mean it looks like if I had a canopy over it, you wouldn't know if I had metal halides or LEDs. I mean that's how, in my opinion, that's how nice they are.
How are your corals reacting?
Well, I've had the one in the middle, even with the metal halides. I had a metal halide here and over there, so this has been there. So the only thing I added were the two outer ones, but I had metal halides over that. So I mean, they were even closer. The metal halides were closer. So far, I mean, nobody, and I have it at 50%, I think. 14 or 15 inches off the water. So I mean, it's not like they're right on. You know, you could tell by looking at them; they're pretty high.
Yeah, they are.
And I actually was going to go a little higher, like 18 inches off the water at 50%. But yeah, so far nothing is. I mean, nothing seems to be aggravated. It seems like everybody's happy, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, I got yesterday I got a tricolor Valletta. I don't know. You probably have heard of this kid. We call him Sandals, but he comes to the store. He brought a bunch of like designer corals. If I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I'm sure he supposedly has like all types of crazy stuff. Well, he brought in a bunch of stuff, and he brought this coral in probably like 4 pieces of it, and it's really, really nice actually. So I got a piece just to try it out, and the coloration of it is pretty sweet. So I couldn't pass that up. And then I got a Superman mushroom yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sick. It looks awesome. I liked it. But
Very cool.
yeah, but everything's good, man. Everything's good. My Rasta, everything. All my new corals are adjusting. I mean, my SPS don't really mind the LEDs. You know what I mean? Actually, all the polyps are out. The tentacles,
Mm-hmm.
they actually they seem like they're digging it. So, but there's only 4 people watching.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I still got to do all my video. I got them all edited. I got to put them on my. I got to save them now because I compared everything, so I got all my videos together. I just got to upload them to my channel.
Okay. No, it sounds good. Yeah. Kelly's doing the same thing. She's editing it.
Yeah, I play them back to myself to make sure everything looks right. I'm trying. I mean, I'm not no producer or nothing, so it's one of those things where I'm trying. But whoa, yeah, I'm just there's a couple more pieces of coral that I need to get, and then I'm just gonna sit back and let the stuff grow out. And
Yep.
I don't want it to be chemical warfare with everything. I don't want them to start growing and then start losing things. And
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You ready for Christmas?
I'm very content with the way everything is in there right now. So.
Yep. You ready for Christmas, bro?
Oh yeah, already got everything. My wife's she works 2 jobs, so she works for the hospital and then she works for Kohl's at nighttime, and she gets like a discount. So she works 16 to 17 hours every day.
Holy crap.
She works doubles. Last night she went to work at 9. She works till 4:30 this afternoon. So.
Ooh.
But I tell her not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just one of those people that
Yeah.
But we got Christmas done. Yeah, we got it all squared away. So kids are going to be ecstatic this year. So
excellent. Excellent.
But Tristan's here. What's up, Tristan?
Hey, Tristan.
Yeah, I think he has Reef Brights. Not Reef Brights, Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
Working for the man. Working for the man. Tina, hello.
Hey, I'm going to mute myself so you guys don't have to hear the husband's music. Hey, Cruz, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Tina? It's been a while.
Good. Yeah, I'm getting ready to clean me up another brand new tank I just got today.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, I am so excited.
I'm over here trying to freaking pick out a star for the tree. We already have the tree, like, all decorated and stuff, but didn't have a star.
Where are you at?
Home Depot.
Really?
Yes, sir. I was over there at Alsip trying to see if they had anything, but they don't.
Tristan, you said, how high do you have your Radiant? I'm just trying to find out, like, I don't know if 50% is too much power. 16 inches. Where do you run them at? 50% or lower, or 75, 60?
Sorry for the background noise.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's running them at 60%. AB plus.
I'm gonna have fun getting in the bottom of this thing.
What size tank did you get?
It's a 65-gallon Sephora.
Yeah, I see. It's wide too, right? What is it? 18, 24 by.
It's 3 feet by 18 by 2. 2
Yeah.
feet tall.
He said 50% blues clues. Just pure blues. What do you want, juice? Yeah. Where's your sister? You don't want juice? No, Grandma's not here. You don't want this? All right, we're not going outside. You're sick. It's 26 degrees outside. It is 65 degrees in the garage. Can I get away with running a heater to bump it up to 78? I don't know. It usually goes up 10 degrees, so you probably get it to 74 to 75. I don't think about 78. Unless it's very well insulated. I mean, even then, though, the ground and possible. Look at Tina go. She's going to have a fish room just like K-Town shortly.
Yeah. I wish. I just got to get rid of that filling tank. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just don't know if it's going to be enough now. If you build like a small little wall, like a small little room, you know what I'm saying? And then put insulation, build a wall, Tristan, just like say 5 by 5. Insulate build it with 2x4s and then drywall it, put a little door on it, in the back corner of your garage. Yeah, I would think you would build like a small little room, and then that'll be easier to heat that. Shush! Don't look at me like. Give me that then. You change your mind like the wind, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would build. Hey, a 10 by 10 would be nice too. I mean, don't squeeze it. Yeah, you would use the two outside walls. Yeah, you would do an L shape, exactly. And then if you could, to be honest with you, insulate the two outer walls, and if you can tap into your ductwork from inside your house, then you don't have to use electricity, more gas, more everything, you know what I mean? You'll be able to get more heat. You can get, put a damper in there where you can either control it, like let a little heat in, less heat, a lot of heat, Because I was thinking about doing that outside of my house. I got like a small, like angled part for flowers and stuff. I was gonna build like a small little raised deck area, and then build like a small little wall to close it off, and then put like a huge sump out there. Because I can't go no bigger. My tank is, my wife would divorce me. To put like a 200 or 150, 200 gallon sump out there, just live rock. Want crackers? Here. What do you say? You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, because it gets cold here in Chicago, man. I mean, it's. I would want it probably 7 inches of insulation. Like I'd buy that pink Panther, like styrofoam. Put 2 inches inside, 2 inches outside, then put my plywood, and then I would like side it to match my house. If I had a basement, it would be better, but I ain't got a basement. When are you going to have that put up, Tina? When are you going to build it? Get it running, put water in it?
It's going to be in the next day or two.
Really?
I'm probably going to get started on it tonight. I'm just making sure I got enough salt water built up. I just got to mix up a little bit more salt water just to make sure, in case I have any accidents,
Well, we can you should just be live. Do it all, start it now, and then we'll just watch you till we go to bed.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I could. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that works.
I seen that video of your is that
This is my husband has helped me pick this up. He helped me get it downstairs. I'm not gonna be able to pick it up to put it on the stand by myself. So I'm kind of at his mercy, where I have to wait till he has time to come give me a hand. I mean, I'm sure I could bully it up on the couch and stuff like that. I might be able to do that, but.
Oh yeah, to get it up on the stand.
Yeah. I'm strong, but I don't want to take my pain.
I watched that video of is that your son that had the stroke, or?
No, it was it's a family member. It was my sister's brother. They have the same. They have the same father, but we all have different moms. So,
But he was he remembered, he knows that song, like he was getting down with it, you know.
Okay, you must be talking about Marky.
Yeah.
We just lost a family member that was same in the family. Marky's age, he just turned 53, and he had the same type of stroke that Mark did, and then passed away a couple days before Thanksgiving. So, no, Marky is my husband's cousin.
Okay.
So, I call him my big brother.
Right.
He's
he was getting down, like he man, if he could.
He's
can, you see him, he's got the moves though. Like he can still
he loves music.
Yeah,
especially country music.
You can tell if he had his mobility, man, he would get down, like he'd get breakdancing or something. You know, he's got the jitters in him still. You're like, Are you tired? He's like, no, like I'm good. Like just let me do my thing, you know.
Yeah, he used to be a bartender.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be perfect. Oh my goodness.
Pick up your blocks. Pick them up.
In my mouth.
I know you got George in your mouth, but still pick up your blocks. We're getting rid of George.
You gotta sing that cleanup song for him there, Dion.
They got what?
I said you gotta sing that cleanup song for him. Then he'll get it done.
I don't know the cleanup song.
I used to be a preschool teacher.
No.
You don't say no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you done with your juice?
No.
Pick these blocks up, please. Put them in the bag. For Daddy, please. I'm going to throw them away. Johnny. Don't make me do it. Don't make me whoop your butt, man. Don't make me. Yeah. Don't make me. Look at people are gonna look at you like break your neck. Whoop your butt.
No.
Yes. What is that on that camera? Who is that? Who is that?
Hi, buddy.
Say hi.
No.
Say hi.
He said no.
Are you my boy? Oh, I'm not? You like that word? Yeah, you bet so. I'm brought you in this world. I'll bring you out. Come on now, please. You pick those up. I don't want to pick them up. I don't want to help. Please. He likes to try your patience. He's at that terrible 2 stage. Like
Yeah.
everything is no and it's the worst.
Been there, done that 3 times. hi.
Did you hear her?
I want to say hi.
Hi, buddy.
No.
Shut your
No.
mouth.
I don't want to say hi.
You don't want to say hi? Okay.
You hear her talking to you? I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to feed the fish. You want to feed the fish?
Yeah.
Come here. Put this in your hand. Grab it. It's cold. Hold it. Ready? Throw it in there. Drop it. Look. He's eating it. There. Put that one in there. Good boy. Look at all them fish. Does he like to eat it? Look at him. He's going to eat the whole thing. He's over there. Yeah, they ate it all. Look at that. All right, we got to feed these ones over here. Here. Grab it. Put it in there. Good boy. Let's see if they eat it. Stand up and watch them. Here they go. No more. We only feed them once. That's it, baby. Can't feed them too much.
Nemo water.
What?
Nemo water.
Nemo wants some.
Yeah. Nemo water.
Yeah, Nemo does?
Yeah.
Okay. You see him? They're eating it, see him? Little by little. We gotta go get some hermit crabs for that tank. Yeah?
Yeah.
Get some hermits?
Yeah. Hey, Malcolm. Grandma for me. Hey, Malcolm. Eee. Eee.
I think your sister's avoiding coming in because she don't want to clean her room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Build a wall out of Everblocks? I don't know what that is. Is that like patio? Wait. Giant Lego pieces. Did you modify any of the AB Plus though, Tristan? I mean, it's everything's 100% besides the whites and the colors. They're 24. Or did you just leave it the way it is, and then when it ramps up, it's blue. When it ramps down, it's blue. I think their lights were 20 inches off the water, right?
Being super precise with my tape so it don't show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like to paint my back. I don't like to paint my background just in case I want to change it out one day. It doesn't look too bad. Not for what I'm doing anyway.
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Going on, Tristan?
I wasn't sure if you could hear me or not.
I'm just trying to.
Were you like burning corals?
What'd you say?
Were you like burning corals?
Said, do I like to grow corals? What'd you say?
I said, were you burning the?
No, not at all. Oh wow.
Hey, where's your brother?
No, I wasn't. No, I was just curious, like just trying to see if I'm on the same page as everybody.
I see.
So I'm gonna 18 inches at 50%. I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I use a stand on myself, and I parted the way that they did in the video. So what I did is I turn on all my T5s, I turn on all of my Radions,
Those
and
medicine suckers. They have them?
oh sorry,
Someone bought some. Did she? Where are they?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pink was
that's
going
fine.
bye-bye.
Sooner or later.
Can never. It's going to be so fun, too.
Yeah, I was gonna think of that was my father-in-law. He's just if I did 18 inches at 50%, because some of my mushrooms don't look like they're liking the light, but I thought they would just get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to you have to. So what I did is I turned on all of my T5s, and then I turned on my LEDs to whatever was normally set by PRS WWC program for the morning hours. And then all I did was just adjust the intensity of just the LEDs up to where I was hitting right around the same numbers of where they were within, 20, 25 points, give or take, across the reef. And then, I left that there because once you do the intensity, it's pretty much stuck there. And I just left it alone. The one thing I did think about doing recently, though, was bumping the reds down a little bit. Um, and I think bumping the red down for me would probably benefit me because they don't have sand in that tank, and I have sand in my tank. So
I got sand in my tank.
yeah, so I'm thinking from the reds being up a little bit higher for that early morning time, I think I grew a little bit of like algae on the sand bed, or it just gives it a place to grow. So I might bump the reds down a little bit, just to combat that because they don't have nothing on their bottom of the tank. It's black, so other than coralline, I don't think algae is going to want to grow on anything that's there. So I figure I'm probably going to bump the reds down a little bit and just leave everything how it is. Maybe the reds and the greens, because in their schedule, they did raise the reds and greens higher than I have them. Um, so I'm thinking about just dropping those down and then bumping up the other colors or the intensity a little bit to compensate for whatever the red and green was putting out, which I don't think it was much. They were just enough to grow nuisance. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing this weekend. I just don't like to make any changes to the lights until I can do a par reading or spend a day, just well, not a day, but an hour, just taking my time adjusting the lights to what I want them to be. But in total over this tank, you're running what, 3 Radions or 6?
I'm running 3.
3 Radions, yeah. So I run 4 over my 350. But I'm also running T5s.
Yeah, I don't have T5s right now. I got 2 Reef Brights. I'm gonna get more Reef Brights, but right now I'm just trying to find that sweet spot, you know, just so everything looks feasible and nice, and I mean everything seems to be doing good. I just don't want to
burn it.
overcook them.
Did you get the Reef Brights during the Black Friday sale or something?
No, I work for a fish place, so my boss just gave them to me for $700 a piece.
72 inches?
No, I mean my Radiants, I paid only $700 for them.
Oh, okay. No, I was talking about your Reef Brights.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't gotten them yet. I got these ones. These are XHOs, but they're the smaller ones. I still have. I'm still looking to purchase XHOs.
Gotcha. Was it you? I think we were having a conversation the one night between the trying to decide between which one was the different color blue. Was it the XHOs or I've been looking at the Lumi Brights from Bulk Reef.
Yeah,
They're pretty reasonable, especially in like 72 inch or even 48 inch formats. And I think I would just need 2 72 inchers. But I emailed Reef Bright, a full on like, hey, I want to buy these lights. I just want to know if they're the same spectrum as the XHOs, and I ain't getting nothing back.
I know, me neither. I've texted them, and I was just talking to Cruz. I just had dinner with the owners of Reef Bright, Joy and Tulio or Tull.
Julio, yeah.
Yeah, I ate dinner. Me, Cruz, Mike Paletta, and them, and Ling Sai. We went out. I went to dinner with all of them, and we were talking. So I emailed them, and I still have. I don't know if they're just busy or what's the deal,
Yeah.
So if I do 18 inches off the water at 50%, I mean, I think it should be.
I mean, yeah, you're not gonna hit. I don't think at that height with your tank. I don't know if you're gonna hit like above 100 on the sand bed, but I think you'd be pretty golden for everything else.
Yeah, I got a lot of my. I think the mushrooms. I got a lot of Yuma mushrooms and stuff, and I don't think they like the intensity that high. I mean, I think they're more. They want to be like about what 75 to like 125 or something.
Huh, that low?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I had them at 14 inches the lights, and it seemed like they were not adjusting well.
Gotcha.
You see that, DM? I don't need my husband. I did that all by myself.
Yeah, you're just like me. I just climb all over the furniture myself.
Yeah.
But I got it at 50%. So I mean, at 18 inches, would you do like 55%?
Yeah, I mean, I always bump everything up an extra 5%, or even like 5 to 10% in my case because I use diffusers.
Okay, so you're at 16.
I'm at 16 at 60% intensity.
Yep, just give us some old muscle there, huh, Chimp? A little bit of ingenuity. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
I mean, but I went strictly by par. I didn't, I didn't guesstimate. I went by par.
No, I hear you. I'm gonna. That's my next. That's my next thing I'm gonna buy. And I'm gonna get an Apple G, whatever. Pay the $300-400 and just get one.
It wasn't worth it for me to get the Apogee. I got the Senai. Does the same thing. Nice
Plug it
little
right into your
software.
computer.
Yeah, plug it into my laptop. The cable is way long enough for me to do what I need to do. Or for $199, if you already have an Apex, man, just get the Apex one. It's the Apogee sensor.
Yeah, I do. I got the Apex. Yep.
Yeah, so for $199, you can get the the Apogee sensor with the Apex, and leave it in there if you really wanted to, or just do your testing. I mean, I'm just saying it's cheaper alternatives.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I don't know. I think I should bring this thing down just.
How big is your tank, DM?
240. 240. It's 7 by 2 by 27 tall.
Sorry about that. I thought you said Tina.
Oh no.
Yeah, 7 foot by 24 by 27.
I mean, 27 high is pretty high. Like I wouldn't think you needed to put them up that high at 18.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had them at 14. I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I like it at 18.
I mean, I built a floating canopy around mine to direct more light down. I definitely see a difference.
Yeah, I think. Oh.
Or maybe you should look into some diffusers.
Yeah, I was gonna get those. I think too. I was thinking about it.
I mean, I really like them. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit overpriced for what they are, but considering it's clean and also, that glare that you get off of the bulbs, that side glare, you don't get any of that with the diffusers, man. They just look like, honestly, the amount of glare that went down in the room after I put the diffusers on made me really consider, like, maybe I don't even need the canopy. And then I put the canopy and it further reduced it down a great amount. So I was just like, I'll keep them. Not to mention to make cleaning a lot easier. You just pop off the diffuser, wipe them off with a damn cloth, pop them back on, and you're good to go.
Give me that green tape measure.
Anybody in North Carolina needs some Chato? I got so much Chato right now.
You do?
Yeah. That new light that I got from my Fuge, it's ridiculous. I'm growing Chato in the absence of nitrates or phosphates. I'm literally just I could probably throw a dead body in my tank and I won't have parameter feelings.
Hush.
The mob's gonna contact me just now and say, "Hey, I hear you can get rid of dead bodies in a fish tank."
Say that again, Tristan.
I said I could probably throw a dead body in my fish tank and my parameters won't raise. Hi.
Okay, baby. The things we do for our fish, dude.
Man, who you telling? I've been I recently added some new fish to my tank. I added a Des Jardini and a powder brown to the big display, and I added a small baby Des Jardini to the 60-gallon. Beautiful fish, and so I started dredging all of my fish, Metroplex, and the other one, the one that binds it, Fusion, I think it's called. So mixing in a little scoop of Metroplex and then the antibiotic in it seems to do great, man. Like powder browns are powder brown, powder blues, and flame angel are my kryptonite. I have never been able to keep a powder brown, powder blue, or flame angel.
Yeah,
And
powder blues are nice. I like them.
yeah, but I added a powder brown, and he's fat, active, swimming around like a champion right now. No ick on him or nothing. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just feed him some medicated foods for the next month, and I think they'll be good to go after that.
These are by far the best lights I think I've ever witnessed. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm not just saying it, but they're pretty raw, dude. I mean, I understand we can grow coral with anything. Like pretty much, pretty much you can grow corals, but man, these are pretty sick lights. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and put it this way: up until this tank that I set up right now, right? My 187, my last tank that I upgraded, my 187 was the first tank that I had ever had that was successful with LEDs. I was such a diehard fan that for almost 6 months after I set up the 187 and made the investment to buy the Radions, I still had my Luminarc Minis, radium bulbs, and magnetic ballasts ready to go. Like legitimately. I was just like, these things are gonna fail. At worst, I'll be able to flip them for 100 off of what I paid for them,
Right.
and I'll lose $300, but it will be a $300 experiment, or rather $400. It'll be a $400 loss, but I'll get most of my money back, and I can throw my Luminarcs on, and I'll be golden. But after I put them on, they really converted me over to doing LEDs.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same thing. I have the magnetic ballasts. I have the metal halides. I mean, I had them on there. I was old school, and now that I have these on, I just cannot get over the shimmer, the color. They remind. If I had a canopy over these, I would never. I would think I have 22K metal halides on.
Yeah, that's pretty much my takeaway from the entire thing myself. It's the only light that I've been successful with, and for years I was on that bandwagon. Like, man, I really hope they find out that LEDs suck and everybody goes back to T5s and halides so that
Yeah.
I'm not But at the same time, I was like, man, and you know, the funny thing is, right, is when I set up my big tank, I almost went back to halides. I was looking at the Giesman, what's it called, the Aurora, I think it's called, that comes with two 250-watt metal halides in each 48-inch fixture. I was legitimate about to get two of those because they would have been the same price as four Radions.
Now I
Um,
do have the Reef Bright metal halide fixture that doesn't get warm. That's where I got my XHO LEDs from for the middle one because that's not a pro. And my Reef Brights were the Reef Bright metal halide is, dude, it was nice. The reflector, everything, it was great. I mean, I had it on for a while. But the electric bill, man, my electric bill, man, running three 175s plus 10 T5s. I mean, it was costly. I ain't gonna lie.
dang, 10 T5s.
I had 10 T5s on this system. So I mean, that's why I'm thinking these coral. I mean, I have a lot of newer corals, but my older corals, they didn't bat an eye when I put these on. I've only had these on for 4 days, 5 days maybe, not even, and I had enough light on there that it was legitimately like this is probably a downgrade from what the power readings were when I had them on before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised you needed 10 T5s with three.
I just had the fixture. I had an eight bulb aquatic life and then a 2 bulb 54 watt in the front and then an 8 bulb in the back and then I had my three metal halides down the center.
Hmm.
It was jerry rigged. Let me tell you, it was.
That's a
It looked,
lot of light.
yeah, it was a Frankenstein. Oh yeah, it was crazy, and it was all blue light mostly.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Somebody said this to me the other day, and I didn't notice it until I started looking for it, which was probably bad. But ATI Blue Plus bulbs, in your opinion, did they give off a blue light or a slightly greenish tinted light?
Now you going with the ATI? Was it the Coral or was it the Coral Plus or
No,
was it
Blue
the
Plus, just
Blue Plus?
regular ATI Blue Plus.
I don't know, but I don't. When I just had those on, it wasn't. It seemed like they weren't blue though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were kind of like green.
I really didn't look into it that close, but I just figured. And then I always had supplemented light, but when I had those on, it was like yeah, I guess you could say it was like a dirty blue green, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
like a blue green, like an aquamarine blue green.
yeah, but not strong, but it was different.
Yeah. So someone told me that the Giesman blue bulbs are the deep blue bulbs.
I heard Giesman bulbs are supposed to be legit. You know what I mean? Like, it's from Germany, so
Because I heard the Giesman bulbs are more of a 22K.
no, Giesman bulbs are really nice. I mean, I work for just a saltwater fish store. It's just me, the owner, and two other guys. I see all the shit that's coming in, and it's the Giesman are. He has like a little display up, and it's legit, dude. They're nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when I change bulbs for the T5s, I might go for the Giesman.
Yeah, the Giesman. I want to do a retrofit. I'm gonna put two. I gotta measure this, but I want to measure my spread, and I'm gonna buy two Reef Brights for either side. They got those newer fixtures out now that are a lot cheaper instead of the XHO. It's called the Lumi. Lumi. What is it?
Yeah, Lumi. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I've been trying to get somebody to please answer me. Are the Lumis the same spectrum as the XHO?
No, they're not. They're not the
Okay.
same spectrum, but they are. I mean, they're the same bulb, but they're not as. They're not as. They're not as. It's not
I
the
don't,
accent. Yeah, they're not as bright. That's why they're cheaper.
okay.
They're
I
not.
don't. I don't care about power. I
Right.
want the Reef bright color of my corals.
They're gonna pop. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be the. They're the same, I guess, the way they were saying it, but they're not as powerful. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to like. If
So
you
so
have
let
them
me.
higher, yeah, they're the same spectrum, but they're not going to be as powerful. So you can't have them like higher up off the water. Is
Okay.
what I'm understanding.
So damn, legitimately, I asked on a Reef on a SPS collector group on Facebook, like, is anybody running Lumi Brights or Reef Brights with Radions? No answers. And then I asked them if you have Reef Brights and you have a Radion, if you turned your Radions to only blue, right? And
Right.
you looked at your tank and then you turned on your Reef Brights on their blue, are they completely different colors?
I would think so.
Okay. I mean, you have a tank that you can try it. Like if you turned off your Radions and only left on your Reef Brights, you would see a different
There is a
pop
difference. There
than
is.
okay, so
I
there's
do that every night. Yeah, like right now. If I right now I turn my reef brakes on, my radiants go off at like 10:30. They like dim down. They start going down. I think by 10:30 ish, they're completely off. And only thing that's on are my reef brights. And the reef brights actually they give those corals the pop, but it makes the water look. It's going to be an
purple.
analogy. It's going to make it look like like it's like a diamond in the like diamond water. It's crystal clear, but it gives your corals that pop. If that makes sense.
Right.
It almost looks like your tank's not even dirty or anything. It makes it look like you ran carbon for fucking like for 5 months straight. You know what I mean? Like you just put the water in there. It's crystal clean. There's no bacteria, no nothing, and your corals pop. That's what the reef brights give you. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
If that makes
Okay.
sense.
That's what I wanted to know because, like, for example, my tricolor Validia.
I just bought one of those.
Yeah, when I turn on
Yesterday.
my Radion blues, my tricolor Validia does not pop at all. It just looks like any other coral. The only corals that pop underneath my Radion blues are orange corals, pink or red corals, Lobos, acans. Those are the only things that really pop, not my tricolor. And I've seen people with Reef Brights and their tricolor Validia pops. It looks otherworldly.
Well, I just put it in last night, so tonight if there's a stream going on or whatever, I'll try to make sure because my lights will go off. I'll be able to look. I mean, I guess I could turn them off, but it's still daylight here. I don't know if
Yeah. See, I would get the Lumis in a heartbeat if it means that I could turn off because my 2.5 hour, 3 hour viewing mode where the lights are really low and it's just blues and it's there for me to try and make my corals go all finicky and pretty. But
right.
if I could turn off the Radions completely and just turn on those two 72-inch
See
Lumi
something.
Bright strips, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, let me see if I can go into. We'll go to EcoSmart Live real quick, and I'll see real quick. I'm just gonna my Radiance go into here. I'm just gonna turn it off at 50%. Turn it to 0. They'll shut off. I'm just gonna turn the power all the way to 0. And I'll let you know if my reef brights though are only in the center of the tank.
Right, but you'll be able to see the pop.
don't think mine are bright or strong enough to. Like my alter ego, Jason Fox, all them. I mean, it's not. I mean, I can see a little green in it, but it's my piece is kind of small. My grafted Monties, everything's gone. Like all the like, I don't know. It's hard. Here, let me. I mean, you can't really see though. Let me see something here. Let me go back to the. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to my. I don't understand. That's my Reef brights on. Share my screen real quick. Like my tricolor my computer sucks, man. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I don't think it's actually. I'm not gonna lie. Mine personally is like. No, mine doesn't have no pop. I ain't gonna lie. But my Reef brights are only 15 inches. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, that's fine.
They're baby. You know what I mean? There's only 12 LEDs in there, and it's in the center. My tricolor that I bought yesterday is on the right side all the way, but everything in the center is glowing. I mean,
okay.
I would know more once I.
But you know for sure that you're okay. This glow is different than if you turned your Radeon blues on to blues only.
Yeah, I mean it's a totally different bulb altogether. I mean, I feel like. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put my lights back on. It's and the way that they're positioned inside the fixture too, the reflector is a different. How Tilio explained it is the light doesn't fight with each other as it streams out of when it's on. It goes into your tank, but it doesn't. When it bounces back, it doesn't cross or interchange with each other. I guess in a way that I don't know. It's hard to how he explained it, but it is a totally different, in my eyes. I mean, it's not just. I know there's a lot of people saying that the bulb is the same as. There's different. I think TMG or who's the guy in California?
Greg Carroll?
Yeah, I think he said that there's a certain light, like say the Reef bright light. There's different intensities of that particular bulb. So a lot of people use like the lower cost one. I think I remember being in a live stream.
The lower bin, not the lower bin, just different bin. Like he was saying that how all of the LEDs have bins, right? Some could take more power, some could take less power, regardless. And he was saying that Tulio chooses an LED spectrum or bin that is unique to what he wants it to be. And he was also comparing that if you can recall the original AI souls, okay, and this is 100%.
Yes, I have the original AI soul right now on my 60. They took that blue out, and you don't have it in any of the AIs no more. It's only in the Radeons.
Correct, but the amount of the royal blues that are in the Radeons are not the amount that are in these Reef bright fixtures.
Yeah, it's not even comparable though. It's like
Because I think it's only like 3 royal blues in a Radion fixture, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but the blue is a totally, in my opinion, I would have to. It's a totally different
The blue,
nanometer blue.
right?
Yeah, it's like
The blue turns everything that isn't fluorescent black. Like you don't even see the rock anymore. You just see the thing that has fluorescent pigmentation in it.
right. It's high energy pigment, so you
Right.
need a high energy bulb to reflect that. So certain things that don't reflect might reflect under green or red. That's why certain corals that need the green high intensity light will pop. People don't know that. So like they say to have a little bit of green, a little bit of red, but the blue is predominantly dominant. Is because I remember him doing his speech at the Midwest Aquatic Experience, and the way he explained it is you need high energy light to get. And Steve Tyree said the same thing. Like you need high output or high energy light to get reflections.
For it to reflect the colors that you want.
Right. So
I
certain
think
corals might not have the blue dust doesn't work, but if you get green, so he said to do a trial and error thing. Just run your greens and see what fluoresces. If nothing fluoresces, then you don't have to worry about it. Try your reds, and if your reds don't have anything, then don't worry about it. If you do your blues, obviously you see the colors that pop. So then you know where your corals are at. You know what I'm saying? Like what you need as far as lighting.
because you know what pisses me off, bro? I'll be honest with you, 100% straight up. My red planet does not fluoresce the way I think it should under my Radion blues by themselves. It just does not. It looks like a muddy fluorescence, whereas my orange Setosa, it looks like it's jumping
Oh
out of
yeah,
the tank.
mine jump out. Yeah, I got 2 of them. Yeah, my Certosas are. Now I have this one Afro that's like a gold. It goes from gold into like a green to like. Let me see if you can. I don't think it'll.
Yeah.
And it pops.
Yeah, my Rose Millie does not pop at all under Radions. Under Radion Blues, my Rose Millie does not pop. Which I think is like how? How does it not pop?
I don't know how. Let me see. My lights are pretty. It's right. Oh yeah, you ain't gonna be. My computer sucks. But this coral right here, man, if you've seen this coral in person, it's the most colorfulest coral I own. It's a gold green. I don't know what kind it is.
I see it.
Dude, it is. I'm telling you, it's a wild colony, but it's got so much potential that I'm like.
And you have pretty large colonies in there, which makes it like, I mean, a lot of your colonies are larger than mine easily by far. So I would think that under some reef brights, that's the big ones, that thing would be freaking awesome, man.
When I
You get
had my black boxes, my corals fluoresced a lot. I mean, like I said, I just got a bunch of new corals.
because you know the black boxes have the freaking royal blue in them.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of like, I got Steve Tyree's pink lemonade. I just picked up. I got an alter ego, Monty from Jason Fox. I mean, that thing's fire. That thing you'll probably be able to see. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't really see it, but I mean, because my camera sucks. But I mean, I got a lot of like, I get a lot of corals too because say they're not doing good at the store, they just give them to me. So a lot of these pieces like. Let's see where my finger is. Like this one right here, over there. This one, I cut it off and it's already growing new tips and they're like already over a quarter inch. Like a lot of this stuff is just, I couldn't even tell you what it is until hopefully one day.
Oh man, dude, don't ask me what any coral is in my tank. I mean, I had a guy come over. You know, he wanted to see the tank. One of my subscribers, and he came over and was like, "Oh man, is this this? Is that that?" I was like, "I don't know. I have no idea what any name is in my tank. I really don't care. For me, if
No,
I have a fragment, it's $20."
my bubblegum digi right here. This thing is fire too. That's a Jason Fox. That thing is colorful. It's doing great.
Yeah, I want to get a forest fire digi, the green
Yeah, I
stem
don't
with the
know if that's
purple.
what he told me it was a bubblegum digi, but I want to get like tons of digis. I want to get the purples. I think just I think they're a lot easier. They branch. It looks cool. They're not gonna be not gonna be one of those crucial things where if you don't have something right, you know what I mean. They're gonna die. Like I've had my millies from Australia. I had nice ones. They grew, and then out of nowhere they just died. I mean, I'm talking big. I'm talking like the size of your hand. Everything was beautiful, and out of nowhere, just just one day woke up and it started RTN or STN in. I clipped it, and it just from that once you touch them or move them, that's it. They're within 2 days the thing was white.
Wow, wow, that's
2 years
crazy.
I grew this one. 2 years, and I don't even know what it was. It was just like a red one, tons of fingers, like feeders out all the time. Thing was beautiful, and I don't know, just out of nowhere, just it had a brain fart and just didn't like what it was doing. I don't know if it was a chemical warfare.
Yeah. I mean, because
And it's
I got a rose millie that under mostly like whites and stuff, it looks amazing. Beautiful green like filaments. It's a deep reddish pink body. It just looks gorgeous. And you would think you throw that bad boy under some heavy blues, oh, it's gonna glow like nope, looks like mud.
that's the thing that Steve Tyree and Tilly were saying that you might need a different spectrum, like high energy. So you might need green and red, or say I'm just throwing numbers out there. Like say you need 6% green and 24% red, and only a little bit of violet to make that coral pop. You know what I mean? Or UV, or that's the crazy thing about like certain coral. Like some of these people, I've seen a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, and man, some of these tanks are gorgeous. Like just in the daylight, the greens and oranges and reds and purples and nice softball sized colonies. We've all seen them. I don't understand how they did that. I don't know if they just went out in the ocean, cut them, glued them, took a picture, and I mean, I would like to see these tanks 5 years later. You know what I mean? To see if it still looks like that.
Yeah, I think tonight I'm gonna play around with my Radeon settings a little bit. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just
Now
like
that's what like I said. I mean that's what they said at the show. Cruz was there. I actually went there with him, and he says what I was just telling you, that you might need a little bit of green with that blue, so your corals will still fluoresce, but you still might need a little green and a little red to bring out those colors that are underneath, say that millie.
yeah, I'm gonna play around with it because it's dark where I am right now. So I think after work tonight, when I go downstairs, I'm gonna play around with it. I'm just gonna create a preset that I save called showcase,
Right.
and I'm gonna just play around with it to see what I can do. I mean, I might avoid buying the Reef Brights if I can get it to pop the way I want it to.
Now, Mike Paletta, I physically sat at the dinner table with him and his wife and her. He says that he he has what, like 8 or 10 Gen 4s. He still has his Reef Brights on his system. He will not have the Reef Brights on his fish tank, he said. But this new 500 that he's got set up, he had, and I want to say he said he's getting a couple more fixtures. to put down. I think because he put 2 in the center. I think he wants to put 2 on the outside or something.
See, I could fit them in the center, right next to my radions because my radions are long ways, so I can put them up against the T5 portion of my 48-inch T5 fixtures. I can put them up there, or I can mount them to my floating canopy instead. You know.
And then another one to check out, which he was at the show too, which is Jason Fox. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of videos out, but the ones you do have, all he runs is T5s and Reef Brights. I mean, he knows Reef Brights on everything, and in all his tanks, he said there's not one color, there's not one coral. He told me at the show, the past show that we went to, because I bought like 3 corals from him. There's not one coral in his like 180 that's upstairs or the ones that are downstairs in the 400 that do not glow. Like they're colorful. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to like bring those pigments out by coloring them up with the Reef Brights or whatever. So it takes time. But he says there's not one coral that is not. That's what he's known for. He said, he goes, I have the brightest and colorful corals because I spend the time to color them up. And all I use are Reef Bright ATI Actinics and Reef Brights. That's all I have. And that's the guy telling you. That was, he was telling me right in front of my face last like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
if you look at his videos.
I even like contemplated DIYing some LED bars.
Well, they got the SB bars. Murphy runs those. I guess those are kind of like almost.
No, there's not the same LED though.
Oh, they're not.
Nah. Cause SB bars are not bad. They're like 160 for 48-inch.
Yeah, but those Loomies or whatever, those things are supposed to be on fire. I guess. I mean, they were talking about them. I seen them. They're nice. They look like they're the same. Just not as high as power. So I don't know what he did as far as designing those.
Yeah.
Use a different.
I don't care. I mean, listen. At this point, I think to get the color I want for the showcasing the corals, I'll buy a string of rope lights. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
And I'll loop them around my fixtures, wrap them around and around. I don't care.
By far, I mean, we all know that the blue LED color, whether it's whatever nanometer, as long as it's in the 400, whatever, is what actually colors up corals. I mean, you do need some white light in there as well, as according to what they were saying at the show. Even Mike Paletta said you do have to have some white light, but the blue is what actually, he said, is what is giving the coral what it needs.
I just wish, and I've asked Randy this, I've asked him this like twice. I'm like, hey, dude, can you revisit? Can you do a comparison of the Lumi and Reef Brights? You carry both in your store, and it can only help Tulio if he did a comparison, just showcasing like these are what corals look like under Lumis. These are what corals look like under Reef Brights. They're roughly the same color, just not the same.
Stan did that with the T5s. Remember back his videos?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well versed with T5s. I've used T5s for years. So if I was gonna do a 4-bulb T5 fixture, I know I'm gonna go three blue pluses and a purple plus. If I'm gonna do a 6-bulb, I'll do 3.
Well, see, you just said it right there. Now you said a purple plus. Same thing with the Radiance. I think. Remember that high energy light, so you might need that UV and a little bit of violet and a little bit more green and a little bit more red with just a tad of blue to make that tricolor Valedia pop. You know what I'm saying? Or you might not need any of that. You might just need to use just UV. No, I mean, the only way to know is by experimenting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like the T5s, they got pink and purple and blue and that other blue that Coral Plus.
I'm about to legit stress the hell out of my fish.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be a straight up disco in my living room just now.
Double oil change.
And like you said though, it might not pop now, but you might have to run that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you're gonna get instant gratification. I think it's something that you're gonna have to try to bring out into the coral. So maybe it's a how do I want to say? It's gonna take time for it to cover up.
Oh, like to let the zooanthely
Yeah, the zooxanthellae that's within the tissue, you need it to build up and get stronger and do what it needs to do. Because what happens, if I'm not mistaken, at the show, the reason why they fluoresce is the zooxanthellae within the tissue is what protects the tissue. It's not just about what feeds them to produce the sugar. So the brighter your light is, the more zooxanthellae they're going to need to protect themselves. So that's why they fluoresce. I'm don't quote me on it. I'm trying to remember. I did tape it when I was there. I'm making videos right now to put on my stream because Steve Tyree was talking about it. So I videoed his whole. It's like an hour long, but it talks about all the different lightings and why the lighting is the way it is. And I want to say that's what he was saying too. So the high energy stream of light coming down causes the coral to produce more zooxanthellae. That's what will lumify against high energy light. If that makes sense. I might be saying it wrong, but it's something like that. I want to say how he told the audience or all of us. Because if it only produces a little bit, that's what's feeding itself. I think it's, and then the more light you give it, you can't give it too much light too fast because then obviously you'll kill them. But because then they'll expel that zooxanthellae and then they bleach out and they'll die. But if you give them just enough high energy, they produce enough zooxanthellae where it'll start illuminescing. I guess that makes sense.
I'm gonna play around with my radions, and I might just bite the bullet and talk to my LFS if they have any reef brights and borrow one and bring it home and try it out.
Yeah, I mean, you had them come there and deliver your tank. I mean, they trust you. I mean, just
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. It's just I haven't been like motivated enough.
right.
You know, like I want to, like I have motivation now. You know, so I want to get motivated to go and just try this out for myself.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I still, yeah, man. Putting all the blue and the radiance to the side, though, man, these radiance are like badass. I mean, I dig them. Like, best thing I ever did. Best purchase, best everything.
Looks good, man. It looks good. I would be very curious because you're gonna be one of very few people that I know personally that are running radions with reef brights or even the Lumi brights, which makes me real curious to see what the Lumi brights look. Because I know my LFS is not gonna have Lumis. I know they have reef brights. I've seen them before.
Yeah, I'm already in the process of getting the Lumis. I'm gonna buy one anyways, just for the hell of it, because it's only, I think it's 150 or 160 bucks for the 72 incher.
Right.
And,
That's what I'm saying. It's just like if
I'm
it's
gonna buy it, and I'm just gonna buy it, and the worst thing it can do is just it'll please my eye. You know what I mean? I'm just getting the actinic or the blue, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. I'd like to get two of them. I don't know yet.
like try it with one, see how it is, and know that whatever effect you get is going to be double as good with two.
Yeah, and put one on. I got the three. Put one on one side, one on the other, so it's even, and it'll be golden. If not, I'll still leave that one on there, but then I'm gonna get an actual XHO. I want the XHO, but dude, they're expensive.
Bro, that's my hang up. Like, okay, so I was having this conversation with ST Reefer the other day, and we were talking about it, and there's a lot of stuff that I come to accept with reefing. They're going to be stupid priced corals. They're going to be equipment that you don't really think it's worth the money, but it really is worth the money. And so when I look at buying a Reef Bright XHO 72-inch strip for $700, I see a Radion. Why not just get a Radion, right? When I see it for $700, I'm like, man, I add $100, man, I can get two XR15s right now, and just
Right.
not live without the Reef Bright. I just think they're just priced out of what I'm comfortable spending on something that may just end up being cosmetic.
I have the XHO, and when I had them a lot lower, and I had those on my 120, it was I don't know, it was just unbelievable. I also got a big system right now, so they're also way the heck up there. So I mean, if I had a bigger system, I think it would look better, or bigger units.
Mm.
But if I put those like on my 60-gallon frag tank right here, I could only imagine the coloration I would get.
Yeah, makes me wonder, why don't you just go with 4 more of the 15 inchers
I was thinking that they're $120 a piece.
for the XHOs?
Yeah. For $30 more, I can get a 72-incher and be,
I mean,
but I already know going into it that the lighting is going to be not as powerful.
it's gonna be cosmetic, and that's the thing. I'm only doing this for cosmetics, so I don't expect to grow anything.
No, I don't want it. I want it for just the pop.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I'm like, if somebody can confirm to me 100% that the Lumis are lower powered XHO spectrum, I care about the spectrum. I don't care about the power. It's just spectrum. I just want the spectrum. Because I just don't want the Lumis to end up being some regular blue LEDs. I'm like, well, what the hell,
Yeah, they're not regular LEDs. I can tell you that. They are different. There is something different about them. I just can't. I don't know, because if I knew, I would be able to be. I'll be the owner of Reef Bright. Yeah, my thing doesn't do justice, but yeah, it's. You got any Fabias in your tank?
Yeah, I got a couple of small values like War and a couple of other small ones, just small frags. I have them on my sand bed right now, but I really want to move them onto a rock.
Yeah, I got this one at that show, and man, it thing's huge. It was big for $65. I couldn't believe it, but it's sharp. I got some worldwide coral ones too.
Okay. Put it back. Go for it.
Let's see here. I haven't been feeding my corals because my phosphates, man, are just trying to get them to zero or close to it. It's impossible. What are yours at? You know?
Phosphates, most of the time it's unreadable, and nitrates are
Is that with the Hannah checker?
with Hannah, and I cross-reference it with the Red Sea. But I know I have phosphates because my Chaeto is growing.
Do you feed your tank?
Yeah, pretty heavily. I mean, I feed Fido almost every day, 200 mils of Fido a day, and
The what is it called? Reef nutrients?
no,
Vital?
no, no. I grow my own Fido. The Fido tank Fido.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I grow my own Fido.
Really?
I mean, really optimistically cynical. You ask the same question in every live stream. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's because he's a
Like it wasn't funny ever. Nobody laughed. So I don't understand why you still ask. It's I mean, damn.
yeah. I'm trying to.
If you want to crack a joke, crack a good joke, man. Like like make us laugh.
Blast from the past.
I mean, try. You know, just give it a try. I don't care if you cut and paste something off of Reddit. At least make it good. Otherwise, you just look like a dingleberry posting the same lame, non-funny joke in every live. I encourage you to post something that's actually funny. You know, make us giggle. Make all six of us that might care what you write. You have an audience of six right now. Go for it.
Bye. Not yet. What's the capital? Where's that? Right here. Here's it.
So how do you grow your own Vital?
Fido Tank, man. Fido Tank. I ordered the kit from Fido Tank. From Poseidon Reef.
Is it real easy?
Dude, I look at that thing every 2 weeks. That's it. I really don't care otherwise. Every 2 weeks, it's dark green, and one of them is golden yellow. I pour out 3/4 of it into my big Fido 2-gallon jars, and then I pour out the the other quarter of it into a container, pull out the plastic, put the quarter that I'm going to use to restart the colony with, pour it back inside, add 4 mils of the food that the Fido eats, which is just it's something called G2, I think it's called, or K2. Add 2 mils of the white, 2 mils of the gold, put back on the top, and stick it back in my underneath my tank. And 2 weeks from then, I go back and get it again.
Really?
I threw away like 8 gallons of Fido yesterday. 8 gallons, bro. You understand how many of those? I had 4 of those slimline 2-gallon containers from Walmart, the plastic ones,
Right.
full of Fido. I can't I cannot use it as fast as I grow it.
Your corals though, you see a big difference?
Polyp extension is fantastical. Lobos, my Duncans, they look great. My Softy tank loves that crap. My Acans are forever just like massive. They love them some Fido. And pods, oh my god. I could show you if man, if I was on my phone and not in my office, I would show you my pod tank, right? And it looks like snow inside of the pod tank.
Really?
Yeah, because that's all they eat is Fido. So I have a copepod culturing kit, and all I do is whenever I see the water start turning light colored, I go over to my 2 giant jars of Fido, and I scoop out a bunch of the pods. Like I would take out like 25% of the pods, and that water that I take out, I replace it back with 25% of the Fido, and it turns back dark green. The pods go crazy again, and then I walk over to my tank with the pods and I just throw it in. Like I don't know. I'm kind of willy nilly about it, man. It's a matter of excess.
So
I
SPS corals eat phytoplankton.
um. So it's been proven that phytoplankton is like one of the building blocks of the entire reef, right? So many things eat it. Pods eat phyto, corals eat the pods, fish eat the copepods. Uh, the copepods eat detritus. Their other feather dusters eat phyto. It's just like the building block. And one of the correlations I found with people that have very big tanks is that their water volume is enough so because they usually have a matching filtration that is equally as massive as their display tank. They tend to have a higher concentration of naturally occurring phytoplankton in their tank, which to me lends to the stability of the tank. So what I actually did is I had an opportunity to sample ocean water and sample my tank water. And I saw that ocean water's concentration of phytoplankton was like, I don't know, 50 or 100 times more than phyto that was in my display tank. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? If I want to keep sponges and I want to keep um, I want to keep my pod population going crazy for my fish and for my mandarin, I need to get phytoplankton put in there. So originally, what I tried was the store bought phyto, right? I
Well, I
tried both.
buy the live ones, the Reef Nutritious Live Phyto.
Yeah, yeah. So I tried a couple of them. I tried the Reef Nutrition Live Phyto, which is like $16 or whatever for like a 20-ounce bottle. And I also tried Algae Barns Fido, which, it's reasonable, but when you factor in shipping and how much you actually get and how much it actually lasts, you'll be ordering that stuff forever to keep dosing your tank. So when I weighed it, I was just like, I didn't like any of the stuff that was sitting on the shelf, any of the mixed Fido. I didn't like any of it. It smelled like fart. It made my water really nasty looking. I just didn't like how it looked. Um, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna try growing it. And then when I went out there and try and find all of the things that I could possibly need to grow this Fido, I need to get fertilizer. I need to get a container. I need to get lights, an air pump. I need to get all this crap just to grow it. And even then, it's not. It's kind of like it's Jekyll and Hyde. It's totally jury rigged, right? To try and get it to work. So I went on to bulk resupply and looked at what they had in terms of options, and they had some of those big phyto culturing things that look like the giant like a funnel, like a giant funnel with the
Yeah.
air bubble at the bottom of it. And I like those, but those are like $200. And then I emailed the guy that I met at Macna, not Macna, at Reefapalooza down in Orlando last year, and I said, "Hey, are you guys gonna bring your automated phyto growing and dosing thing to market anytime soon? I'll pay retail for it." And I'll beta test it for you if you want, So I'll give you coverage and pay retail for it, your cost. Are you going to bring it to market anytime soon? He said, "Oh, we're still in R&D. We're still working through." I was like, "All right, fine, whatever. This is not going to work for me." And I was on I was on Facebook looking for anybody local to me that was selling Fido, and I stumbled across Poseidon Reef, and I talked to the guy on Facebook. It must have been like at 9:30 at night, and I said, "Hey, I'm interested in your product. You know, how much is it?" And he sent me to the site, and I ordered the Fido kit. And I did the first video of me ordering the Fido kit and setting it up and started growing Fido. And he decided to become a sponsor and sent me the Copepod kit and a Fido kit to grow copepods. And ever since then, that's what I've been using. But here's what I can tell you. I know for a fact. When I usually dose Fido at night. and usually during my viewing period of the tank when my water is all blue, right? When I dose a store-bought Fido, I don't see anything. When I dose the Fido that I'm growing, it almost looks luminescent, right? You ever dosed the Red Sea Coral A and B?
No. I've
Okay,
dosed
so
it fuel though. Fuel when you dump that in there,
okay, fuel, yeah, yeah. So it looks like fuel, and I dose that stuff, and my water doesn't turn brown like the dead or the dormant Fido that you could buy in a bottle. And it doesn't look brown like the Reef Nutrition that you buy in a bottle, the blended Fido. So I feel like the stuff that I dosed is a lot healthier and will probably not lead me to having nutrient issues because it's alive. You
right?
know what I mean? It's not nothing dead, or no disproportionate number of it is dead versus live. I mean, it's all supposed to get eaten, but even if I don't, I don't turn off my skimmer. I don't turn off my UV. I don't turn off a damn thing because I grow so much of it and I dose it so often that I don't need to worry about maximizing the amount that's in my water column for my corals to utilize it. I just dose
No.
whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
So
No. I hear you.
Daily Reefing actually, he just did a video as well. He ordered the tank. He ordered the system after seeing mine, and I'm curious, like, what his
What did it
experience
cost
has
you to
been.
buy that?
$200, I think it was, for the whole setup. That's lights, containers, and a lifetime supply of starter culture. So basically, what they say is, if your culture dies, like if my Fido tank culture died, uh, they would basically just send me a brand new culture for the cost of shipping, like $5 shipping. They send me a brand new culture to restart it for life. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's like free Fido for life.
Well, yeah. I mean, what is it? What size container? Is it like a?
They're 3.5 liters, so roughly a gallon and change, maybe.
And there's lights that are. So I mean, you think that's got to be worth like whatever, you know?
Oh, I mean, they send you the pump. They send you the bags that go inside of it. They send you the lights, the controller for the lights. All you got to do is add a timer.
Really?
Yeah, because the lights, how they're wrapped around the jar, they heat the water. So I have my copepod and Fido set up in the garage, and like you just saw, it's 65 degrees in the garage, and they're doing a-okay.
Yeah, I have tons of pods. I mean, I got Mandarin or those Mysa shrimp or whatever
Yeah,
multiplying in my system. I mean, they're in my skimmer. They're not my skimmer, my overflows. I have a abundance of like microfauna. I just would like to be, like photo phyto and just photo. I said, I just want to like something that's natural and live all the time.
that was my goal. That was my
I
goal.
don't want stuff like it's dead or it's rotting. Now, like, you know what I mean? Then I mean, I am doing it, but it's like I do that, and then I got to worry about, like you're saying, nutrients and this, and maybe that's why I have
Yeah, bro.
phosphates and stuff.
I'm not trying to crash my system just to feed some damn Fido. The Fido I have is alive, and for $40 on Amazon, you can get a really great microscope with a camera attached to it that hooks up to your laptop. And I've many times, just because my friend doesn't live far away from me, that I've been able to go over there and use his. But I've been tempted to buy it, but I really would have no usage for it other than looking at the Fido, so I haven't bought one yet. But for the most part, like for me, I've just been doing that. Like I looked at my Fido and I saw it moving around. I saw it happy and healthy and alive.
No, I hear you. I think that's something I'm gonna probably look into.
Yeah, my thing is, man, is that I don't, I don't like. There's no particular product that I'm not paid to sell Fido. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody does. That's on their thing. But if it works for me, I'm gonna tell you it works for me. And it looks and it works the way it's supposed to, and that's all I could ever ask for from any product. But I like it. I like it a lot, and I think it contributed significantly to my success in keeping certain animals and certain fish and certain corals, especially my acants and stuff like that. Because, I don't have to worry about target feeding my acants to get the most out of the Fido. I feed the whole tank,
Right.
you know, and it's not it's not unusual for me to, if I am target feeding my acans, to mix in reef chili or reef roids with the Fido and squirt that onto the onto the acans. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
even onto my echidnas or into my euphyllias or I can tell you my flower anemones, they love it. My flower anemones have been reproducing like crazy. I want to say I probably have about 25 or 30 flower anemones right now, and I only started off with like 9. There's so many babies on that rock that if I were to sell that rock,
Right.
I can rake in some serious money. And they're all pretty. They're not like, I mean, I have some of the green ones. I have some of the reds and browns, but a lot of them are like the red and yellow or red and gold, like a bluish red and gold. And I got a lot of them at Reef Orlando. So, you know, I got them for probably what, $20 a piece or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, flower anemones were hot stuff down in Florida at Reef man. The people had tanks and tanks of them. There were
Right.
thousands of them. And I saw a lot of people passing them up, and I'm like, all right, well, they're charging $30 for one. I'm like, all right, I want to buy 10 to give them to me for 20. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, hell yeah, why not? It's less crap I have to take home. So they like it a lot because I have like each one that's spawned off like, I don't know, babies after babies. I feed a lot of it to my interstellar bounce room. I have like 5 or 6
What
interstellar
power do you
bounce
have
rooms.
that under?
They're in my softy tank now. So interstellar bounce shrooms on the sand bed are around like 100 to 150 for 5 hours a day, and then they're about 80 for 8 hours a day. My softy tank is set up exactly like my main display, except lower intensity. I use 4 T5s on the softy tank plus 1 XR15, and I've moved all of my euphilia in there.
Okay.
All my euphilia, bounce shrooms. I mean, I have like a $5,000 bounce room in there that's at least 4 or 5 inches open when it's wide open. When it's full on out, it's about like 5 inches in diameter. It's huge. It
My
rests
buddy has one. He
rests
wants
up
to
against
cut
the
it for
glass.
me, and I want to try to get one from him.
I'm afraid to cut mine. I'm terrified of it. I'd rather sell it to somebody at a discount, have them cut it and give me back a piece. I'm
Right.
just my LFS Nemo. They're like, just bring it in. We'll cut it for you. And I'm just like, I want to. I really want to. I might take it over there. Have them cut it. I might take over the Interstellar bounce room as well and have them take 2 of those guys off. Cause that's an easy $600 credit right there. I have 4 sun-kissed
Bounce
bounce
mushroom.
rooms.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, those are about like 350, 400 a pop. Yeah, that softy tank is it has some big ticket items in it. I was surprised at myself when I moved some stuff over there. I was just like, do I want to? This tank is so new. I was like, screw it. Risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, but I know my target this year for any reef shows I go to. I want to look at some nice Bauer Bankies. And I really want some meat corals. I think a lot of people don't go after the meat corals because they you can't frag them, so
Right.
they don't look at it as an investment, in something that's beautiful.
Hey, my son, we got a robot, one of those shark robots that vacuums.
Uh
You pushing the button.
huh. Yeah, a lot of them don't
Do
see it as
you
an investment.
hey, do you keep your intensity up when you're on just blue? Are they still at 100%? Not the power, the intensity. Do you keep them at 100% after
The
when they
5
start?
hours.
Yeah.
So let me log in and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Hold on one second. Let me log into my Ecotech. Eco Smart Live. So from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning, I go from 0 intensity to 30% intensity.
So
From
30% intensity.
Yeah, so over the course of an hour, I go up 30%.
So what
From
is your colors at though? Like 100%, 100%, 100%, or
Okay, so in the morning my colors are okay, so at 30% they're all blues. So it's blue, there's the first 1, 2, 3, 4
for all
sliders
100%?
are all 100%. Actually, you know what? Can I? Yeah, I can share this right, so you can see my screen share. Application window, EcoSmart.
This is mine. I'm trying to. Oh no, you can't see it. Oh.
All right.
All right, hold on. Let me click on it. All right.
So at the start of the day, everything is 0, right? At 7 o'clock, and then it raises up at 8 o'clock, all blues, right?
Yep.
And then from 8 o'clock to 8:30.
I hear you. My son's just being.
That's fine. So 8 o'clock to 8:30, I go to these levels: cool white 25, warm white 10.
Now
Green.
that's what Worldwide Corals does.
Right. Except worldwide corals has the red and the white as the same. The cool white and the hyper red, they have them both at 25%. Right? So from 8:30 to 1 o'clock, right? That's what it's running at the entire time.
So your percentage is only at 55. You never. Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So after that, for in a half hour from 1 o'clock to 1:30, I dropped down to all blues. And then it's
That's that. All right, we're gonna redo. Hold on. Let me get a piece of paper. Hold on. All right. So let me. So from 7. So from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, it ramps. Well, no, 7 to what's the first one? Oh, to 8
8.
is all blue. Okay.
Right.
Then from 8 o'clock to a half hour, so 8:30, 8 to 8:30, it's 10. No, 25, 10, 25, 10, 25, 10. I already know what those colors are. And then you go from all the way across to 1 o'clock. So from 8:30 to 1.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
It's all that same
Mhm.
color, right? 25, 10,
Right.
25, 10. Okay,
And then
25,
from
10, 25, 10. Okay, and then it drops from that to a half hour. So for at 1:30, it goes all blue.
right.
To
And
what?
intensity is 50% at 1:30. So I drop it by 5%.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so drop 5. Okay, drop 5, and then it goes. What's at? So what time? 8:30, 1:30 to 8:30. Blue only. Then it drops another half hour, right? So it'll be
Right.
9. It's blues, and then that other one is okay. So it's 100, 100, 1, 2, 3. So 9 o'clock to 9:30.
So 8:30 to 9:30.
It's the
8:30 to
last one is a
9:30.
20. And it's 0, 0, 0, 0, and the rest are all 100%.
Right. Except for the blue.
Right,
So
yeah, I put that at 20,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then it's at 50% too. And then it
Right.
just drops off, then it just ramps down.
And then it goes from 9:30 to 10:30. It's just ramping down till it's at 0.
All right. I gotta.
So the first part of my day is pretty white. It's bright and it's white. It has a 18K to 20K look. And mind you, these are running while my T5s are running. So this schedule is running while 8 54-watt T5 bulbs are going on. Because I have them in aquatic life fixtures. So my aquatic life turns off at 1 o'clock. So this is going while my T5s are on until 1 o'clock, and then it turns off, and then it's all blue, just radions. So this to you on your tank will still look fairly white with a tinge of blue, but when I add in my T5s, mine looks a little bit more of a ATI aqua blue special.
Right. So these are 25.
So if I got the Reef Brights, what I would do is run this at this. I'd run this at like 40%, depending on how much par the Reef Brights give me. I would run these at like 40% for from 1:30 to like maybe 6:30, and then it would just be Reef Brights all the way until it turns off.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna move the times just up a little bit because that's just I don't want to stress them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you see my soft, my
instead
softy
of it gonna be like 9 to 10, ramping up. You know what I mean?
So my
Just because
soft.
when I get home at night from work, I want to be able to still see my tank. You know?
Well, that's why mine is so late because I get home at around like 6:30, and I don't care about this first part of the day because I'm not home.
Right.
So I don't care how yellow or ugly the tank looks here. I care about this part.
So that's their setup, though. Is exactly how you have it.
It's exactly their setup. You look at that. You have to watch that BRS video
PRS one, yeah.
where they where they do it. Where
So
they
right now
talk
you
about.
have yours at 100%, everything.
No, this is for the softy tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the softy tank has a XR15 on it, and it's a diffuser on it. So basically, I'm running the same parameters on the softy tank. I just copied my exact schedule. The only thing that's different is that I run the intensity of the softy tank at 100%.
I got you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I run a softy tank at 100% because that's what I need to run it at to get enough to get the par that I'm looking for.
So I don't understand. How do you get your? How do you go up on your grid though? How do you put that dot on the grid? How do you elevate it?
Oh,
Just click on it.
it's by intensity. So you click your dot and you can move the brightness right here up and down.
All right, hold on. What's that?
Oh, I'm not screen sharing
Oh
anymore.
yeah, no. I'm gonna.
Oh, hold on. Let me show you. You, I was wondering that my damn self, but
No,
basically,
it's
you
not
click your.
working.
I screen share just now. You should be able to see it now.
All right, shit.
So you can't move the dots left and right, but you can add dots. Like you can add a dot to it if you double click on the line, right? But to move the dot up and down, you move this one.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Willis. So
Because what happened? Like, say if I move this one up to 100%, if I move, okay, so this says how bright to make these. This says the overall intensity of
right,
the
I got you.
entire light.
You go up 5%. You said.
Yeah, so you see right here, it's at 61% right here.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Because it's at you know it's whatever it's at in their thing, and this is at 61%. But when you add in these, it says its intensity is at 42% because it's going up. And then you add these extra. I mean, I added dots here. I don't want to save any of this.
Right.
So I don't want to save any of this.
No, I got you. I'm trying to do this real quick just to see what my tank's gonna look like. And that's gonna stay like that. Then I go to 8:30 to 1. All right, it's the same as that, right? So it'll be 25. And there we go. And that's gonna go. What's the density on this one? This one's 37, 35. Okay, cool. 36, 37, that's fine. Then it drops down, you said? From 1. No, wait, so how many hours was that? Wait, I got 9 to 10. And then you got 30, so 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 12 and a half hours, or 4.5 hours. So it'll be 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. I'm messing some stuff up here. But it'll be 1:30.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You want cheese balls? Here. Trying to. This is a lot harder. It's not hard. It's so 10, 30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30,
Hey, sorry about that.
2:30. Yeah, I'm just trying to do this, but it's a little 2:30 right there. Then it drops down from that to half hour. So 1:30.
Anywho, DM, I actually gotta step out.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing the tank. And hey, just let me know if you do end up getting that Lumi Brighter. If you actually hear back from them and they tell you what they're
Yeah, no, I
doing.
will. I'm definitely gonna get one. It's just trying to. Wow, my tank is blue now, boy. And then the blues, you said you drop it 5%, right?
5%.
So I'll just drop it to. I'm just gonna do.
So I mean, all I did is that I mirrored their exact because it's actually part of their on the video where they talk about it in the description. I believe is a link to a Google Share document where you could download the preset, and all you need to change is your intensity.
Okay.
I believe that's all you have to change. But I had done it before they had put that out, so I just never went back and did it again. I just did what I already had, or kept
Right.
what I already had, because I was like, oh, it doesn't make any sense redoing it. I'm looking at their.
So 7 hours of that. So that would be from 2:30, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, roofing methods.
Gotta. Yeah, man, it's good. I'll let you know what the scoop is on it, though.
All right, play around. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, boss.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Oh my God. Hello. Yeah. What? Oh, I just figured I wasn't going, and I don't feel good either. I'm sick, and she's sick, and yeah. What do you mean? What does she have? She's had those cough drops and shit like that. No, Dawn. No, no, I didn't. I haven't taken anything. I don't know. What? All right. What? I don't care. Whatever. Pick this stuff up. Because I'm trying to get this fucking house in order. I'm gonna let you go. Look, bye. It's right there. 628. $30. I don't know why I can't remove it. Don't know why. Okay. Get this stuff picked up in here. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what's going on, Reef Keeper? I don't have one of those. I'm not sure. Pick these blocks up with me. Now, get the bag. Bring me the bag. Kick your ass. Hear me? Huh? Hey. Hey. Better answer me. Put them in there. Like done helping you? Mommy's coming home. Let's. .4 foot long. Wow, that's huge. Hey. You're gonna call mommy and see if she's gonna food. Yeah. What? What? Want a jelly sandwich? I got it. Go. Here. I gotta eat, so good talking to everybody. Have a good one. See you in the next one.